Don't you ever bring scared business to me. You're looking at the toughest rascal Jamaican in the United States of America.
I shouldn't see ya. Drop double R, fuck a beamer. Grass green, but me still hustle for make it greener. More cheese on my bread, you look like pizza. TVS, so cold, straight out of my freezer. I'm in a plate like the dealer. Top shadows and squeezers. Me not top to bum bitch, my time feeders. Hot head, fever, top model, diva. Top bottles with the champion. Handle the ball like Kyrie. Ivy, any should decide. Lipstick, red like it's Ferrari. You gon' make me flash on a bitch like paparazzi. I'm too fly to crash up, a fucking kamikaze. Shensia, drop double R, fuck a beamer. Like a shot like trigger finger, I'm a stinger. My outfit a murder, it's a felony. Bitches all in my business without an LLC. And I do this shit for practice. Son so many bitches, I might put them on my taxes. Caribbean Serena with the rackets. I ain't going back and forth with bitches cause they ratchet. Them a real blood clot man muscle. Can't start beef cause the water run deep. I got the type of money that can put you 6 feet. Call myself to sleep in $10,000 sheets. Bitches look like lumps, say a grace, let's split.
What's going on, everybody? This is Star. Welcome to the channel. And today we're talking about Marilyn Monroe. Why? Because so many women idolize her. Not just white women, women of all races. You ever been inside a woman's home and she has Marilyn Monroe all over the walls? I've experienced it, and I'm going to be honest. It creeped me the hell out. Now go ahead and put Marilyn Monroe on the screen. Marilyn Monroe was born on June 1st, 1926 in Los Angeles, California. She was an American actress and model, known for playing comic, blonde bombshell characters. She became one of the most popular sex symbols of the 1950s and early 60s. She had many lovers in the industry that included Frank Sinatra, Jerry Lewis, the Kennedys, Marlon Brando, Tony Curtis, Joe DiMaggio, Charlie Chaplin, and many more. In 1953, Marilyn Monroe was one of the most marketable Hollywood stars, which established her star image as the dumb blonde. How did she get her start in the industry? She was working in a factory during World War II when she met a photographer from the first motion picture unit and began a successful pinup modeling career. Marilyn's first movie was Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. In her lifetime, she was in 29 movies. There are still rumors about Marilyn Monroe being sex trafficked to the elite, abused by men of power. Marilyn Monroe will forever be known for her happy birthday performance for the Commander-in-Chief at his 45th birthday celebration. And we're talking JFK. And it happened at Madison Square Garden on May 19, 1962. Just months from Marilyn's tragic death. They ruled it a suicide, but rumors are that somebody wanted her out the way. It's also a rumor that one of JFK's brothers was with her the day she died. Is it true? I don't know. According to People magazine, what actually happened to Marilyn Monroe is one of the greatest mysteries of the 20th century. As I mentioned earlier, Marilyn was rumored to be dating more than one Kennedy brother. And they couldn't risk that coming out because it could have brought down the president. He wasn't about to let her ruin his marriage. And they say it could have been the reason why they had to get rid of her. Allegedly. Marilyn Monroe's second husband, Joe DiMaggio, the baseball great, blamed the Kennedys for her death. Joe DiMaggio referred to the Kennedys as lady killers and that they were always allowed to get away with murder. He also stated that Marilyn confessed to him that one day somebody would do her in. And the game hasn't changed. The game is still the same. Today you have women in the industry that's going through the same thing as Marilyn Monroe. They're sleeping with the powerful men. They experienced a lot in the industry. They've seen a lot of things. And some even fear for their lives and scared to speak up. Same game, different players. As I said earlier, Marilyn Monroe's death is still a mystery. They don't know if she took herself out or somebody took her out for a reason. Whatever the case, continued RIP to her. And now let's move on to the next story. A woman is upset that a man only sent her $30 for lunch. Let's talk about it.
I don't know if y'all saw that video of that woman who was complaining because a guy sent her $30 for lunch. Her attitude throughout the whole thing was nasty, distasteful. I wouldn't even give her the food if I had to scrape it off the bottom of my shoe.
He wrote me on Instagram and he was like, can I send you money? Let me send you money for lunch. So I was like, okay. I wrote him back and I was like, send it. So he wrote me and was like, okay, what's your Cash App? So I sent him the Cash App. Yeah, I just knew I was going to open my Cash App and I was going to have at least probably about $100. You get what I'm saying? Because like, I eat and that's how much I spend on my food. Yeah, I opened my Cash App and this man sent me $30. Yeah, yes, $30. And I'm just like, at first I'm like, damn, like, am I ungrateful? Like, am I fucked up? Like, the feeling like, why the fuck would you send me $30? But then I had to ask people and they was like, nah, cause I'm like, $30 is not even half a tank in my car. Like, what the fuck you thought I was gonna go to Chick-fil-A? Like, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what did you think I was gonna eat? It's like, when I go and eat, I eat full course meals. Like, I order a appetizer, a entree, and a dessert, and a drink. That can't even get me 2 drinks. Like, what the fuck? And then this man had the audacity to write me back and say, let me get to know you. Why the fuck do you think I'm gonna let you get to know me and you just send me $30 for lunch? Is you dumb? I mean, like, y'all be for real. Like, tell me, am I wrong? Like, am I?
Now, is he wrong for only sending her $30? No. She's wrong because she's out here trying to be a sugar baby and she doesn't understand her target. I say this with all due respect. You cannot listen to Shira 7 for a week and think you're going to be sugar baby of the year. That sugar baby gold digger, that's a whole mindset. And if you're not cold-hearted like Shira 7, it's not going to work. If you're a people pleaser, it's not going to work. If you run around with your heart on your sleeve, it's not going to work. When I was in college, it was this beautiful young black woman in my class. And one day she said, hey, I'm hanging out with these rich men this weekend. Do you want to hang out? Now, my instincts, I always listen to my instincts. My instincts told me, hell no. So I told her I had something to do that weekend. She said, okay, maybe next time. And I said, yeah, maybe next time. The weekend rolls around. It's Monday afternoon, and I'm sitting in the lounge having lunch. And that same young woman hops in the lounge on crutches, and not one black eye, 2 black eyes, and a busted lip. She struggles to sit down next to me because she's in a lot of pain, and as soon as she sat down, she starts crying. I immediately asked her what happened. She said, oh, he blacked out on me. He said I was greedy for wanting more handbags when he was already sending me to college and he was paying for my apartment. Now, this is the dark side of being a sugar baby. I know that a lot of women, they see the upside of being a sugar baby on TikTok where these women are displaying all the gifts that they're getting from these men. But you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Some of these women are getting their asses beat. If a man is funding your whole lifestyle, he feels he has a right to your body 24 hours, 7 days a week. And if he feels like beating your ass, he feels he has a right to since he's funding your lifestyle. I will never forget a couple years ago, me and my friend was staying at a high-end hotel. And we're standing there waiting for the elevator. And when the elevator doors open, without warning, an Asian woman comes running in between us and gets on the elevator. And we have to immediately jump on the elevator because she's already pushing buttons. Because she was late for her appointment, her dick appointment. See, as we were in the elevator, she was staring at her phone and she says out loud, oh my God, I'm late for my appointment. I have another appointment set up. Oh my goodness. She was frantic. And me and my best friend, we just looked at each other because we knew that we were looking at a high-end call girl. And she was all about business. Time is money. Now, what else are we going to talk about? What'd you say? Russell Wilson? Oh, yeah. Put Russell on the screen.
3 days later, I meet C. And when I walked in the room and I saw, little feature, he's 9 months at the time or whatever, and he crawls in my lap, and it was like, this is going to be my responsibility. God, I remember leaving that night and God saying, God saying to me, raising this child, it's going to be your responsibility. And realizing that, I prayed to God, are you sure this is what you want me to do? Say, son, this is for you.
The first night?
Yeah, the first night. It's going to be your responsibility. And
was that scary?
Oh yeah, I think scary just in the sense of, not scary, but it was more so an opportunity. Like, okay, God, this is what you want me to do. This is, stepping in to raise, a child with C and this and that, and realizing that, okay, God, like, I know she's the one for me, but also too, I'm gonna take this responsibility as well. Like, okay, like, And I was ready for that. I was ready for that. I was ready to take this responsibility as well. Like, okay, like, and I was ready for that. I was ready for that. I was ready to, you know, I love children, as you know, I love kids and everything else, but it was like, man, to help raise a child and everything else, understanding that, okay, God, you're gonna give me this opportunity. What a gift. Even Jesus himself, like Joseph was a stepdad. It was like, okay, it wasn't biologically his. So I'm like, okay, God, you're gonna give me this opportunity to love the way that you were loved, like to love the way that you want us to love, the way, God, that you want me to. And so then, you know, it's been an amazing journey, obviously, raising 4 kids. And
yeah, y'all have 4 babies.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask the question later, like y'all done, but damn, bro, you want more?
Of course, yeah, more.
So y'all got 4 babies right now. Might be done. What's the best piece of advice you can give us men out there on parenting? Not parenting, on being a father, right? And then also being specific. You said it, you know, not much you're holding him, and you're like, yo, God gave you that vision. Like, yo, this is going to be your responsibility. So, like, is there a difference from, you know, how you approach being a father, stepfather? You understand?
No, I think that when you're raising children, right, and you're married and everything else and loving it, it's like you got to love every single child as if they're yours, right? Like, that's been the greatest gift of raising Future and Sienna and Wynn and now Mora, you know, 2 months. It's like, man, God gave me that opportunity to raise them and to love them and to care for them and teach them and to love them as every day, you know, that way. And there's no difference. There's no difference. I think to me, it's the greatest gift, and knowing that that's the responsibility to raise these 4 beautiful children all together. And we all come from blended families a lot of times. We all come from different this and that, but it's to be able to be one. And that's been the best part of raising these kids with.
So the black men are calling Russell a simp. Why? Because they don't respect family and community. And this is why the white man will always capitalize off black men's ignorance. To all the men that are calling Russell a simp and you were raised by your stepfather, you might as well go to your stepfather and spit in his face. Go ahead. You even have black men saying they would rather have their daughters marry a Future than a Russell. Sounds like y'all hate y'all daughters. Y'all claim y'all hate witchcraft, but you're speaking poverty and single motherhood into your own daughter's life. And guess what? Y'all need y'all asses beat for that. There is no other race of man on earth that will wish their daughter to have a baby with a thug. Good night. I'm Star. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. Good night.